This is Lake Kiwassa, near Saranac Lake in Franklin County. It's a spring-fed lake that's connected by channel to the Saranac chain of lakes. It's a prime habitat for trout, bass, a few walleye, and what we're after today, northern pike. Our guide this morning is Tim Doyle, and he's invited Trevor Simons to join us. Trevor is an outdoor enthusiast, but has not tried ice fishing before. Tim's hoping to give him a nice introduction by getting him his first Lake Kiwassa Northern. The challenge will be the weather. The temperatures have been above average for weeks. It's 45 degrees, and it's been raining for hours. It's not often you drill holes through ice that has a couple of inches of water sitting on it. This is not something we recommend trying. Tim's family has been ice fishing this lake for decades. In the 40s and 50s, his uncles and father were fishing this lake for sustenance rather than sport.
This is Lake Kiwassa. The meaning of that word is small pond or lake off the main tributary or main river, meaning the Saranac River. This is part of the lower Saranac Lake chain of lakes. These lakes do hold big pike. When I say big, I have no doubt there's a 20 or 25 pound northern in here, maybe more than one. And you have to really put your time in on the lake and learn their feed times. This one particular lake, right at light, get your tip-ups in before light and right around what we call a 7 o'clock run. And then when they are hitting you, you'll get a 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock run and then possibly late in the afternoon. But it's a slow lake, but when you hook into one, it's usually a dandy.
And that's exactly what we were expecting when a tip-up signaled some action just after 7 o'clock. Tim assigned Trevor to investigate.
I told him to check where there's a button on the line. It's an indicator button that's on the bottom of the reel. He's checking to see if the line's gone out from the reel. And I'm sure he's just checking to see if there's weight there. Then he'll set the hook. It looks like it was a wind flag.
With the winds becoming increasingly stronger, a gust had tripped the tip-up, not a pike. After checking the bait, Trevor resets the rig.
Live bait, gold shiners, anywhere from 2.5 to 4 inches long, good pike bait, and we also were using dead smelt, threaded, English hook style up through the back of the smelt, and your trebles are up above his head.
Tim also feels a monofilament leader is less detectable by the fish than a steel one and recommends at least 25-pound test.
We were fishing in anywhere from 12 feet, one tip up deep, out to 18 feet. On this lake, this time of year, you'll find your northerns in that water, and anywhere from a foot off bottom and sometimes is 6 feet under the ice. We stayed down deep because of the weather conditions, the storm front coming in. What did we have here, 17 feet?
Yeah.
Let's go a little bit deeper.
All right. It's like a little whirlpool.
Yeah, and that's not good. That's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, it's going to erode that hole?
Yep, and then we're going to end up losing that tip up.
The water on the surface, combined with the wind, is eroding the holes. Tim places rocks on some of the tip-ups to keep them from going under if a fish were to strike. Other holes are already too big, so they drill some new ones a few yards away and reposition the tip-ups. Most guys would have called it a day by now.
Kind of a nasty day, bud. You got to really want to fish, I guess. Sometimes, though, Trevor, it pays off.
Remaining optimistic, we watch and wait as the rain and wind become more intense. Finally, around 8 o'clock, another flag goes up. Hoping to reward him for enduring these conditions, Tim sends Trevor out again. If there's a fish there, it's his. But once again, the 40-mile-an-hour wind was just teasing us, and Trevor returns the bait to the water. Soon after, the wind fools us a third time with another wind flag. While out on the ice this time, Tim realizes the conditions have become unsafe.
That's some bad wind, pal. Getting too dangerous.
He directs Trevor to quickly grab the tip-ups, and the two get off the ice as soon as possible. With gusts now reaching 60 miles an hour, severe weather and wind warnings were posted for the region. Trevor isn't going to get his fish today.
We were trying for northern pike, and unfortunately our weather didn't cooperate with us. We've been up against some tough conditions here today. It's the first time I've ever had my tip-ups actually blow out of the hole from the wind being so strong. A very, very odd winter. I've lived in Saranac Lake my whole life. I'm 50 years old, and I cannot remember a winter like the one that we've had here. This is very, very unusual, very unseasonably warm. We were 47 degrees this morning, possibly even 50. And as you see now, it's turning quick in a matter of 3 hours' time. And I believe if our forecast is right, we're looking at 20 below zero tomorrow night. It's kind of like the saying, if you don't like the people or you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes, it'll change.
For more